Hi guys, so I know we're not really going out at the moment, everyone should be staying in, but that doesn't mean to say that I'm not technically going on nights out, except only now they're happening on Zoom. So yeah, Zoom nights out or Zoom club nights are a thing now, and you can bet that even though I'm checking into a club night online, I'm definitely, finishing my outfit with a fragrance. So I thought with tonight being, it's a Saturday, so with tonight being a Saturday, I would try and coincide me getting ready with like a top 10 of night out fragrances. So, and then out of these 10 that I have, I will choose my fragrance for tonight. So let's start. First is Oud Ambroisie. This is from Maison Lancôme. This is, oh my god, I think I say this all the time, but it's a stunning, stand out, like raspberry or a berry preserve in reduction stages on the boil, but in perfume form. It is so rich, it's so intense, like minimal sprays needed, literally minimal, like 1 or 2 and you're done. Amazing longevity, so individual, but in the best way. Like, you'll smell stunning, no doubt people will stop you to ask what you're wearing, your prerogative if you tell them or not. And next we have 2 from Byredo, complete coincidence, but first up we have Seven Veils. Now I'm so sad, I shouldn't talk about this one too much because they've discontinued it, which I didn't know they were going to do, but that's sad. This is like one of my, it was one of the first Byredo fragrances that I got, and it's one of my favourites. It's so rich, spicy, creamy. Oh, it's just such an indulgent dessert-like fragrance. It kind of gives me like an allspice vibe. A really lovely, decadent, richly spiced carrot cake. That's the vibe I get from this. It's amazing. And the second Byredo is Black Saffron. This is good. I went through like, I think 4 samples of this before I actually then just went and got a bottle. I'm not sure why. I wasn't sure about it at first, but there was just something, like, I just kept ignoring all my other fragrances, especially for nights out. I don't think I've ever worn this one in the day, actually. Rather than kind of, going through my other fragrances, I would always kind of sift through my samples of try and find another Black Saffron. This is it's strong and soft at the same time. So in the main, it's raspberry and leather, but it's not a harsh, rough leather. It's like a lovely, smooth leather. And then the raspberry note in there as well. It's not too tart. It's also sweet than tart, and then the leather is lovely and smooth. Oh, it's great. It's such a black leather jacket fragrance. And next we have one from YSL, and that is Manifesto. This is a fragrance that I've had for many, many years. I wear it daytime, nighttime, weekday, weekend, whenever really, but this is really, really good for nights out. It's just a very pleasing fragrance. In the main, it is like a floral, fruity, but also woodsy vanilla. It's so lovely. It's so easy to wear. Like, people tend to absolutely love this fragrance as well. So if you're sure to get many compliments wearing it. If that's your thing, go for it. And then next we have Noir Perfume from Tom Ford. Oh, this one should have like a caution sticker on it. This is just like sweet, dark, indulgent dessert. It's so good. It's like a sweet vanilla amber, but then it's also got, I think it's got some citrus in there as well. I think there was orange, if I'm not mistaken, which I do get whiffs of. There's ginger in there. Oh my god, it's so good. It just smells so like exotic as well. And then you've got kulfi, which I'm not too sure what it is, but I've heard that it is a Indian dessert. So definitely, this is definitely a dessert type fragrance. It's just a deep, dark dessert fragrance. Perfect for nights out. But this is another one, much like Manifesto. Be prepared for just compliments all night. People will be getting probably a little bit too much into your personal space just so they can smell this. And then next we have one from Amouage. It's Interlude Woman. Now I probably wouldn't say this is your clubbing night out fragrance. This is more your event fragrance, or your like bar, you know, cocktail bar type fragrance. Very, very niche smelling, very individual, unusual. You're guaranteed no one will be smelling probably anything like you if you wore this. The vibe I get from this is not replicated in the notes whatsoever, and the notes list is extensive. But for me, when I first smelt this, and even like now, I get mainly like a sweet ink vibe, like, you know, like writing ink, just like a sweet ink vibe. And for some reason, I like it. I didn't know I would like such a fragrance, but I do. This would be so good on a night out. Like, even though it is so unusual, it's not an off-putting unusual. I think people would be quite intrigued by this. And then next we have Decadence by Marc Jacobs. Now this is a lovely fizzy fruity fragrance. Yeah, that's it. Just a great fizzy, fruity, creamy fragrance. It's stunning. Some people love the bottle. I can't stand it, but if you don't like it, don't let it put you off what's inside. This is a very easy, very easy to like. It's very pleasing to the nose. It's quite like alluring as well. I'd say if you were going on, you know, like to a bar, or like to a proper night out, or a night out on Zoom, this is definitely a fragrance that would fit in with those kind of nights out. Okay, then we have Midnight Shimmer by Michael Kors. So this one is very simply, actually, if you know Eau de Missions, if you know that fragrance, it comes in like the big bottles, like 250ml, 500ml, like just a spray cologne bottle. This smells, to me, very, 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 very similar. It's just a more persistent and present version of Eau de Missions. There's something a little bit darker and creamier about Midnight Shimmer as well. So if you were ever weighing those two fragrances up, I'd probably say it's definitely probably worth the few more pounds to get this one. It's so good. Much like, actually, it doesn't smell, I wouldn't say these smell particularly alike, but I think it's the sweet, dark ambery vanilla in this, which is kind of reminiscent of Noir Parfum. But as I said, they don't smell like each other. It's just they've both got that sweet, darker, ambery vanilla vibe. Stunning. Both of them are stunning. Both of them would be perfect for nights out. And then last but not least, we have another gaudy bottle, Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. So bottle aside, why? Anyway, bottle aside, this is a stunning, let's see. I really did not want to like this, but here we are. This is a sweet white floral. I think there's some amber, vanilla. There's like cocoa in there as well. It's so rich, sweet, indulgent, like completely, like, not suffocating. that is the wrong word. But it just kind of encapsulates you in this cloud of just all the best notes, like all the notes that will kind of make people gravitate towards you. So again, if you're not so much a kind of people person or social person, probably give this one a miss, because if you wear this, you'll basically be like attracting moths to the flame. This is another incredibly popular fragrance, and for good reason. And then actually I lied, number 10 is next to me. So this one is Guerlain's La Petite Robe Noir Eau de Parfum Intense. So this one is another incredibly sweet fragrance, but it's definitely very, very intensely fruity. But from what I've seen, it's blueberry. So it's the blueberry note that's the main fruitiness in here. Initially, when I first smelled this, I was just like, way too sweet for me. I kind of thought it would end up bordering on like a childlike fragrance, but no. So good. So this one is, aside from the blueberry, I think there's quite a lot of candy floss in here as well. So obviously that is definitely adding to like the intense sweetness. There's definitely some vanilla in there, but I think there's musk in here as well. And I think that kind of saves this from becoming way too sweet. It just definitely lifts some of the weight out of this. I think it's definitely needed in there. So yeah, that's number 10. That's all 10 of my night out / Zoom night out fragrances. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'll be wearing for your nights out / nights in. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.